The 8th month is said to speak of new beginnings. It is also the month that we celebrate that which happened in 1956 on the 9th of August. Hence, this month is termed Women's Month. I believe the reason why those women stood, it is simply because they understood that regardless of what society says about them, they knew who they were. They knew what they were entitled to. They knew who they were supposed to be in society. They knew that they could bring about change in the society, not only for them as women, but for society as a whole. They stood together and did something spectacular, which today is still being celebrated. I think this is worth noting in that even you as a woman today, there are things that society is saying about you that are not necessarily correct. There are ways that you, as a woman, as a child of God, are being perceived as, which are not necessarily correct. And what is our role then? Our role is to ensure that we understand who we are. Our role is to ensure not only do we change the perspective of the society that we live in, but it is also for us to understand what God says about us. I firmly believe that when you understand who you are, you will never be a victim of mistaken identity. Mistaken identity in the sense that what people say or what society thinks you should be or how you ought to be. When you do know who you are, you will not be a victim of mistaken identity. But then the question says, who am I? For me personally, I am who God says I am. So what does God call me? In the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9, the Bible tells me that I am a royal priesthood. I am a peculiar nation. I am a holy nation, chosen by God. When you choose something, you are very intentional about it. There is nothing, when something is chosen, it means you had options. You had a choice to either pick A or B. And guess what? You chose me. So when the Bible says, I am a peculiar nation, I need to understand that when society tells me otherwise, when society tells me that I am not good enough, when society tells me that I cannot do it, that is not who I am. That is not who you are. Who you are is a royal priesthood. You are chosen intentionally by God for such a time as this. It is not by accident that you find yourself alive today in this period. You are alive in the year 2020, where a lot has happened. Mordecai says to Esther, he says, you were called for such a time as this. It is not an accident that we are here today. It is not an accident that God has ensured that we have lived to see the year of the pandemic. But let us not let that go to waste because we do not know who we are. Who are we? We are a royal priesthood. And we need to behave, we need to walk, and we need to start living up to that name. I will read that verse, which says in the NLT version, it says, but you are not like that, for you are a chosen people. You are a kingdom of priests, God's holy nation, his very own possession. This is so you can show others the goodness of God, for he called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. So the reason why you were chosen is so that others may be able to see. So God did not just choose you for no reason. Whatever he has chosen you for, whatever the reason why you are alive today, it has something to do with encouraging somebody else. Live a life that points somebody else to the God that you serve. You are a royal priesthood. You are a holy nation. You are a chosen one, intentionally chosen by God to be alive today and to make a difference in the society that you live in. May God bless you, and may you be a change agent in society as a child of God. May God bless you.